What's up, Mike? Lots of night owls on here tonight. Was it 11:15? Friday night? 11:15 on a Friday night. What's going on, folks? Friday night? Late night? What's up, Mike? Bill? Jason, what's up, buddy? PJ? Hello, Nicole? Jeff, Jesse, Tracy, man. What's going on, y'all? Not much here. Just wanted to come on and promote some stuff and just turn off basketball for a little bit. I did just watch St. Peter's win. So that's they're an interesting team. Hello, Tracy. So a lot of people on for this time of night. Crappy past couple days, and everybody's allergies are through the roof, which is typical this time of year. Real quick before I go any further, I want to say thank you to my sponsors. Of course, we are live at JTH Construction Studio. American Basement Solutions, as wet as it's been, it's going to get even more so once. Hello, Seth. Hello, Tony. How you doing, sir? As we move into spring, contact Larry Ralph at 1-877-409-2837. Hello, Diane. Just got back from that was a hockey game. Fathom Real Estate with Teresa Messer for all your real estate needs. 765-341-8911. Reps Fitness, 765-349-5645. Hello, Paula. Don't forget Drink of the Creek concert series coming up starting May 7th, and we'll get to that in a little bit. That's not far away, folks. Blanda Boys Lawn Care, you'll need your yard taken care of. Get a hold of Larry, 765-341-9556. I can't stand Michigan. I honestly, ugh. Findhelp.org, Judge Williams Group. What's up, Mac? Get on there, and if you need help with anything, domestic issues, money, health, get on there and look at that site. It is an amazing site. I'm here to tell you. Wayman's Appliances, Mattress, and Furniture. Go down there and see Mark. They've been in this community forever, and I just every time I see they're a sponsor, I'm just like, dude, that is so cool. What's up, Mr. Duncan? Wellspring with Bob Goodrum, 765-346-6661. As bad as the homeless situation is in the community, without places like Wellspring, it would be 10 times worse. And, of course, Stids Comfort Systems, 765-346-0195. That's our sponsors for today. Anything going on out there in the real world, other than kind of a drizzly, dreary night? Corey was down there just a little bit ago, Mac. He sent me a picture. If you do not know, Gillespie's Cigar Bar is open. It's up above Tom Fiddlery, the door next to his, with the red light above the door when they're open. I was in there last weekend, just checking it out. If you're into cigars and socializing and having a drink or two, I'm telling you, the bar is stacked and the cigars are awesome. I'm not a big cigar guy. I'd rather smoke Swisher Sweets and just chill out and play cards. But it was a good atmosphere. The place is immaculate and great people run it. So make it a point just to stop in there. You don't have to be a drinker. We stayed at the in-laws. I worked a little over 9 today, so I decided to come home and just chill out and watch some basketball. Okay, real quick. The smoked old fashioned is awesome. I seen him make one. I didn't get one last week, but yeah, that looked good. Real quick, Star Search. We need contestants. We need contestants, and the winner gets $1,000 cash. Amateur singers are encouraged to audition for this free competition. Let me read that again. Amateur singers are encouraged to audition for this free competition. What more do you need to know? No acapella, no backing track. Artists must play or be accompanied by a guitar or keyboard. Hello, Joy. You can win $1,000 cash, dude. If you have questions about it, get a hold of me. I'll hook you up with Beth. Send the email. I think we've got a couple auditions in. Somebody's going to win $1,000. And you might be the worst singer on the planet. Somebody's going to win $1,000. And of course, we've got our golf outing coming April 30th out at Foxcliff. We need sponsors for the holes. We need teams. The prices. You're not going to beat the prices in any tournament whatsoever this year. That's why we keep them low, because we want a bunch of teams and we want a bunch of sponsors. It's a fun time, and it's for our LLC Scholarship Fund. We're providing 2 this year if we get enough. I know times are tough. Believe me. That's why I'm working stupid hours. Kenny, that's how I am. I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. Hello, Tammy. All right. Do not forget, for the Morgan County Pre-Fair concert, the tickets go on sale April 2nd up at Hubler. If you go up there and buy them that day, you get a 25% discount. I've had people message me today. So they know it's getting close. And they're like, where do we get those tickets? Trace Adkins, Lone Star, Diamond Rio, Big Country, and Rose. Why is there a stop sign on Morgan and Sycamore Street? Trace, I don't know. I can give you my speculation on that. My speculation is from my own issues coming from Sycamore South. You could not see, and it was hard to get out. Traffic does not have to stop now, basically from Home Avenue to Main Street. So that's a busy intersection anyway. You get a lot of people coming out of Sycamore, turning right, turning left. So it's probably a good idea. Is it permanent? I think until... I believe there's a Morgan Street project coming up where they're going to repair all of Morgan Street, so the construction's not done in our area. So I believe that's coming. I don't know how permanent. What's up, Brandon? Hello, Christina. Or Christine. And hello, Wendy. Corey's closing. I said, hey, you want to come in here? He did. You want to come in and go around 11, go live? Didn't respond. So I know what's up. He's having him smoking a bourbon. I don't blame him. He did invite me. I just didn't feel like going down there tonight. So I don't know if it's permanent, but for now I would say it's as permanent as it's going to be until they start working on Morgan Street. Again, do not forget, April 2nd, tickets go on sale for the Morgan County Pre-Fair, which is Saturday, June 18th. Folks, that's not far away. Trace Adkins, Lone Star, Diamond Rio, and Big Country. Well, hello, Valerie, all the way down in sunshiny Florida. How are you, dear? We miss seeing your smiling face around here. May 2nd, opening day out at Cedar Creek. It is the Latin American Fiesta night. That is Cinco de Mayo week. Pavel and Direct Contact and also Son de Esquina will be out there. And that'll be a fun night. That's all I'm saying. Going to be a great summer out at Cedar Creek. All right. I got our star search in. Guys, we need contestants. Kenny, if you can sing, send Beth an audition. I know, Val, you need to come back and hang out with us for a little bit. You need to come out and hang out with us on air. And it could be like, this would be perfect. 11 o'clock at night. It could be me and you. We could be sitting here chit-chatting about, Val, tell us about Florida, what you're doing down there. How's the family? Where you at? What do you miss about Martinsville? Other than our terrible winters, our wet springs, and our hot summers. But you have to deal with gators and hurricanes, and so, you know, I don't blame you. I think one of my kids is still down there. I'm coming to Mud and Mayhem in April. Who's going to come visit me? Is that down south, Christine? You gotta swing back up this way. I know you keep threatening to come back home, and then we don't hear from you for a while, and then all of a sudden, I see photos where you're in town for like a 12-hour period, and then you're gone again. You're like Glinda in the Land of Oz. All of a sudden, you float in like a bubble, and then you're gone. I know there's a big race out at Paragon tomorrow. Let me say, because they moved it. Paragon opens up tomorrow. It's probably going to be wet. And it's supposed to be a halfway decent day, though. So, some things about Porch Time I want to get out there. We do have a website, Porch Time LLC. Val, I'm telling you, I'm going to hold you to your word this time. You're promising. So, when you come to town, I'm going to have you on air. And we're going to talk about your school, what you used to do here, and then what you got going on in Florida. Other than collecting sunshine. We do have our website up. We're going to add sponsors to it. We're looking to put a blog on there. All the videos, this video right now, the minute I'm done, gets loaded onto the website. Kenny, thank you so much, sir. Woohoo! 50 stars. Woohoo! I don't do the woohoo as much anymore. Shelly used to dog me on that. But what I do to Shelly is... Jake's playing Saturday, April 20th. Is that the Mud and Mayhem? So anyway, the website is up. Check it out. I think it's active. It's a work in progress. We're going to have a blog on there. All the videos are on there. Lots of videos are on there. And we're eventually going to put sponsors on there. That's going to be a different price than here. So if you want to be a sponsor of the show or a sponsor on this stuff, let us know. We want as many sponsors as can be. We don't charge a lot, believe me. The sponsors that it's just like Larry Ralph. He was we're in contact with him all the time. He did he was a big part of the Kentucky drive to help out the tornado relief. Teresa Messmer comes to all of our events. I can remember out at the golf course last year. She's going to be out there this year. Reps, Corey works at Reps part-time. Joe did the construction in here, was happy to assist on it. Findhelp.org, we've had Judge Williams on a couple times, probably going to have him on again very soon. Great dude. Happy to help them out. Blandon Boys, I've been friends with Larry forever, just seen Leslie last night. All of our sponsors, good folks, Drink of the Creek. How many do we have? I'd say 10 or 11. 10 or 11, and there's a couple more coming. We're making some minor changes on some things. We're going to be going a different route. Super Sports is coming on. We're going to get their logo on. We need our Thursdays, Larry. I agree with that. We've been slacking on that, but I'm going to tell you this. Probably gonna have Jerry Elsner on this coming Thursday. I'm not for sure. He's an ordained minister, and we're gonna start working our time back towards that hour of hope on Thursday. I had a lot of people say, "Hey, why have you been doing it?" Do things just get carried away? But I got so many people I wanted to get in. Don't forget Abram Pauly is going to DC. He's got that GoFundMe. We haven't checked on that in a while. See where he's at. I'm still hoping we can do some Team Abrams shirts for him. Good kid. We had MHS dancing here just the other day. Fun group of girls and guys. I love Rye and I love Justine, Jack. They're just a great group. Talked to Gabby last night. I'm going to try to have Gabby and Lily back in from the gymnastics squad. Lily got hurt. Gabby got 4th in the state in the vault, which is just incredible. So our kids in the community have been doing really well in some events. Color Guard or Winter Guard, they seem to have they had a big thing tonight. I wish I could have went. I apologize. I had to work regular job or else I would have went there and went live. So we got stuff going on, and Thursdays I've just been kind of covered up, kind of busy. But Wendy, I promise you, I'm going to get that back going again. I had just the one show. I had a lot of people say, "Dude, we loved it." So might have some stuff coming up with Valita. I don't know. Just kind of teasing ahead. So there's some changes coming, sponsors wise. We got our website coming up. We got events coming up. We've got, of course, the Star Search. We need contestants. Golf outing. We need players and sponsors. And then, of course, you got Cedar Creek all summer long. And we got the Cancer Weekend, 4th and the 5th of June. Do not forget about that. That's going to be a big weekend. We'll probably be in here doing a fundraiser of some sort that entire weekend. So, other than that, I know the world's insane. We could sit and talk about I said we could. I'm telling you, me too, Wendy. I said we could do a show of help me help you get on off your mind what's on your chest. I could go for hours. I could literally go for hours. I'm in enough text groups and Telegram groups. I'm not on Truth Social yet. I'm trying. They're not taking Galaxy users right now, so once I get on that site and I see what they can do and what they have to offer, and if it's similar to this platform, I'm just saying. I don't know how long it'll be here, but we'll do something. We'll do something. But other than that, do not forget, April 2nd, it's coming up. I see Rob promoting it all the time. Anything going on? Anybody got any comments, likes, dislikes? The world is nuts. I agree 100%. I'm kind of basketballed out. I know Gonzaga's playing right now, and they were down, which would be the shock of the tournament. They probably tied it up by now because they were charging. But I'm kind of basketballed out. IU got drubbed. Kind of figured they would by an older team. They were fatigued. I was just happy to see him back in it. Happy to say Indiana made the tournament. Step 1 with Woodson. Let's move forward. I'm not excited for baseball yet. I'm excited for Artesian Little League. We are sponsoring a team. We're going to have a banner out there. We're going to go live at some of the games. Cannot wait for that. That is the funnest time. Look, what time is it? I know it's late, so it's 11:30. I know it's a pain in the ass for families that practice, game, summer's over, back to school. I get that. So take a week and go on vacation. Bring your kid back. Because these leagues and these things like this, they will always remember this stuff. They will always remember stuff like this. Same here, Kenny. They will always remember the little leagues and the Artesian football or Martinsville Junior Football League and little Arties and stuff like that, or wherever you go, whatever community you're in. You think back when you were a kid, some of your fondest memories are hanging out with your buds in those sporting events or band or whatever it is. I know, and the reason why I say summer, because it's coming up with baseball. Wintertime, you're not going anywhere. You play football, you do this, that, and the other, whatever. Wait a minute. Artesian Little League opening day. We will be there, Jonathan. Indy Fuel, there you go. I saw a couple people post on that. Hockey. Lots of fun. I used to go up and watch the Indianapolis Ice all the time, and they were the racers before that. We will be at the parade. We got a team in it. Cannot wait. It is. Thank you, Diane. Woohoo! 50 stars. Thank you, dear. Appreciate each and every one of those stars there. It is the funnest videos we do every year, whether it be baseball or softball. And I get texts for weeks after, and I'm not exaggerating. I don't share a lot of that stuff with you guys, but I literally get texts for weeks after. I'm so-and-so in Arkansas. My grandson or my aunt's sister's daughter's son played or daughter played, telling me thank you. And I'm like, no problem. I appreciate the, letting us know, because that is the coolest stuff to us. Because somebody, not even only outside of the county, outside of the state, tuned in and watched it. And that's what it's all about. So then they can call their relative and say, hey, I saw you get a base hit, or I saw you made a nice play, or I saw you running, or I saw you do. We try to get every kid to introduce himself, and it never works out. Never works out. But that's part of it. And it's fun. Those kids love it. I cannot wait to do that. And of course the coaches are like, dude, this guy's a pain in the butt. We need to talk to our team because we're here to coach, and you're sticking a camera in their face. Relax, Sparky. Nobody out here is making cash. Is there going to be a 4th of July parade again with Bruce? Yes, there is. Last I heard. We'll carry that live. That'll be fun. You talk about one of the better people in this community. Bruce McKee and Jerry Vast. 2 of the absolute best people you could know. I said we on that do a great job, but I agree with that. I've got a couple people. Well, we got a bunch across the country that say we provide information to them that nobody else can, and their own communities that do not do it. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to bring home to those that aren't here, and we want to be able to share what we're doing. For years we got a bad rap. Nothing against Christine rap, but we got a bad rap about our community. And if you can get out positive things like this, if you can put your community in a positive light and show, and I'm not kidding you, I share some of the stuff, some of our stuff we do on here. No problem, Christine. I understand. I share it on sometimes when we go live. I'm not affiliate, but I'm on Sheridan's page. I'm on a Center Grove chat. One other chat up that way. Of course, Greenwood, Mooresville, Franklin, Columbus. We have a few of those pages, but I share it to as many as I can. I keep threatening that I'm going to make a Porch Time Florida and see how many people down there will join it. And if I get somebody down there to run it and invite people in, then when we go live, everything that we do will go live through that page also. Because I think it'd be funny. But it's got to be somebody that's willing to do it, because you got to stay active on it. We've got a Brown County one that doesn't have hardly any people. The Columbus one is just brand new. Franklin's got a few. Mooresville's got quite a bit. There's one in Lebanon. There's one in Jasonville. So we have fun with it. And when we go live, we share it to every one of them. I say they're in Jasonville. Porch Time, Iowa, there's only 2 of you. That's the bad thing. It'd be you and Michelle. Florida, we got like 20 people down there for sure. Actually, more than that. I can think of about 50 right off the top of my head. And about 4 of them are people I graduated with and moved their entire families down there. I would be you and Michelle. And you'd see the same thing here on your one page with you and her. I don't know. We could put one in each state just for the fun of it. I'm tired tonight. Sorry, folks. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm going to sleep in a little bit tomorrow and go to church. Hopefully have some nice weather. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. Got to do laundry. Got to clean this house up a little bit. A lot of house. A lot of house for one old dude to clean up, but do it in sections. Some of it. But we got a lot of exciting stuff coming in. We have fun with it. And we're looking forward to summer. Concerts. Party productions. Trace Adkins. Lots of good stuff. Is our clown JB there tonight? Kay, I haven't seen him yet. Hopefully we get to see Rose is down at Spencer at that studio down there tonight. Hopefully we could see her on Idol tomorrow night. I'm telling you, I've known JB. JB has been a friend of our family probably since he was in 6th or 7th grade. He's been coming to our house. He went to school with one of my sisters. I've known that guy a very long time. And his daughter is one of the most sweetest, caring, compassionate people you could ever meet. And she can sing like nobody's business. Remove her from Idol and all that. She's one of the most caring, sweetest, compassionate people. What's up, Dalton Bailey? Woohoo! Thank you so much. When you yawn, it takes oxygen brain to... I don't want to wake up. Take the singing out of it, and that young lady is a wonderful human being. And when you add the singing to it, it's just gravy. Because the other night, if you guys have missed the last Monday Music Hour, this past Monday, go back and watch that. The gal we had here and Rose, it was an incredible night. I seen Rob last night at Beth's birthday bash, and happy birthday again, Beth. It's been the running joke all week. And even Rob said, man, that's a tough act to follow, what we did Monday. And it was. They were amazing. Those two ladies together were amazing. Rose is amazing. Yes, she is. Orangeville's blessed with some very good talent. That's why I'm hoping Star Search, we need some contestants. So many people. Hey, you going to do that again? Yep. There it is. Oh, what? Let's go. So what? Even if you're an average singer, there's not very many people. There's not very many people signing up. You might win $1,000. Come in and sing 3 songs. You got to sing 9 songs basically from start to finish by the time it's all said and done. Take the 3. That's what I said. Last thing I said, I would have sung the first 3, and then you got the next round. You would sing those 3, and you advance to the finals. In the finals, I would sing pick the 2 or 3 songs that I sing the absolute best. I don't care if I'd sung them or not. That's my own opinion. I'm not a finals judge. I can say that. And I can't sing worth a hoot, so maybe some Garth after a few beers, maybe some Toby Keith, but that's about it. There you go. $1,000, Val. Now see, she probably can sing, and she would drive up from Florida to win the $1,000. What's up, Greg? You can come see us. I'm disappointed. Highly disappointed you haven't come home lately. And Valerie, this could be yours. $1,000 cash, and it is a free contest. Billy's not signed up. I can't get Billy to do anything. Billy wants to sit around and stroke his beard and sing with his reverb on high on his own platform. His reverb and his echo on his his mixer set up loud. I heard him. I've seen his videos. People sing so I don't have to. There you go. 100%. 100%. Surprised he's not in here. I told him I was going live. I asked him and Corey if they wanted to come down. Corey's at the cigar bar. So he's not moving. He's been doing taxes since about 8:30 this morning, so he's not moving. And Billy's sitting at home, probably brushing his beard. Billy's good. There you go. Billy's got in. Got in. There you go. Oh, he's hey, Christine, I've told him, and it's a long running debate. You know, we're in a text group all day long, every day. So these conversations that we're having here, they go all day. I'll just. The last one, of course, was we're talking basketball. This was 25 minutes ago. But I said, I'm going to around 11 if you got to come. Corey's at the bar. He said, Billy could come to the bar and set up and play music in the corner. And he said, they better be good and drunk if I'm playing. So yeah, it keeps going. And I won't get into what's next because family show. Anyway. Billy. And you're probably right. He should dye that beer red. He should have dyed that beer red. And his hair red. Billy has his beer goggles on. Dalton probably so. He should have dyed that beard red and got his green suit out because I know he's got one somewhere. And ran around town as a leprechaun on St. Patty's Day. That'd have been good. Is anybody else? Maybe it's just my phone. My phone is literally a pain in the buttocks lately. Amen. There we go. I'm squared away again. Let's see. What time is it? We haven't been on here that long at all. 3 minutes. Not bad. Anyway, tomorrow's supposed to be a halfway decent day. Today was crappy outside. How about that fire this week up in Plainfield, Avon area? It literally is. It was about a mile from where I work. The CSX yard is right behind me, where Mac Harris works. Do I have AT&T? I've got. Yes, I do, Ann. And it's been just terrible all day for like 2 days. It's Mac works at CSX. Their yard is right behind our facility, and across the street from him is where that facility was. It was massive fire. Really eerie feeling when you walked outside and the sun was blocked out by smoke from a building that size burning. And then the next day, or was it yesterday, there was another fire at the opposite end, up by Brownsburg, which you could see from where we were. Another one that was an empty. That was the one that was under construction, and something caught fire in there. So it was kind of weird. 2 fires in one day, or 2 fires in the same week, maybe 5 miles apart. It's all from Trafalgar. I know they were. I think it was Timmy or Billy sent me a picture from the high school. You could see the fire. So yeah, I know, and it's crazy. Phone has been acting up bad. Internet will go in and out, and I'll call Netflix. Jeez, I'll call Xfinity because that's who my internet is through here. No, we're solid, but the phone is acting up. It's that 5G stuff. Who and how it started? I haven't heard anything. Best thing is everybody got out okay, and that's all those employees and everybody got out fine. That's a blessing. That was a blessing. Well, I think I left at 5 or right around there that night, and I have to go across the bridge and down Ronald Reagan and look to the right, the first road there, Morse or whatever, and it was still going. Crazy. prayers to all those people that work there. Hopefully they'll continue to have occupation somewhere. Anyway. If you want to be a sponsor of the show, get a hold of me. One thing I ask you guys to do, as I always do, is if you see one of our people, or if you use one of our people that is sponsored, tell them. Tell them that you saw their ad on Porch Center. They love that. They love hearing about their ads. What's up, Rich, all the way out in California? How you doing, sir? They love hearing about our ads. And I mean, that. I agree, Wendy and Ann. That's why they want to run the ad. They want to hear. I can't do it now, but I have ways. I posted that one the other day where we had something. How many thousands, hundreds of thousands of people had seen our post in the last audio vibrate. Oh, it even gives they're doing some cool stuff on here. It'd give how many people had seen our post in the last month. And it was some astronomical number. And I could not believe it. That didn't mean they clicked on the video the whole time and watched the whole time. But they hovered above it, and then it was enough to record it. And that, I've told several sponsors that. And you're not going to see that very many places. Hello, Cheryl. If you've not been to the Groggy Goat, we were there last night. They have an upstairs I think you can rent out. Nice little area. Little room to have a party in or something like that. That was a fun place. We had Beth's 29th birthday up there. If you've not been to Gillespie's Cigar Bar, stop in there and see it. You don't have to be a drinker. You don't have to be a smoker. But there are people in this community to do that, and it's a good place to socialize. Stop in there and take a look at it. It's pretty cool. Something we've not had in this community. It took me back to the days, and I know there's going to be someone here that remember this. Some of the folks around my age, of when you could go to McDonald's and there was an ashtray on the table. Or you got in the car and there was cigarettes and ashes in the ashtray. Or you're at the airport and there's ashtrays. Because I was like, whoa. Walked in there, I was like, that's an ashtray. I haven't seen an ashtray since Mom and Dad were alive. Gather Around Barbecue has the best brisket. I agree with that. I love their brisket, Dalton. I think his brisket is second to none. When you see an ashtray and you've not seen an ashtray forever, it was just pretty cool. I was in there last weekend. I'm not a big cigar guy. I don't, if I'm playing cards and maybe having a drink or two, I'll smoke one. But that's it. Yep, there were ashtrays literally everywhere. Same with me, Christine. I think I had a bourbon or two, and there was enough people smoking cigars where I didn't have to. But Mom and Dad were smokers growing up, so I wasn't used to the smoke, but I could deal with it. My lungs were like, hey, what's the deal here? What's the deal? I thought we quit this stuff. You remember at McDonald's they had the little tinfoil ashtrays with the M in the center with the 3 places to put a cigarette, and they were on every table? I mean, if you bumped them once, it was just like crap fell and went everywhere. But they were literally on every table. Now you can't even smoke on the premises. Not anywhere. You can't even vape. But I mean, from what, 50 to early 90s. Early 90s is about right? You could smoke the hell out of them. Nobody'd say a word. They used to give cigarettes to the troops in their packs they'd send overseas to them. Lucky Strikes during World War II, I believe it was. Maybe Korea, Vietnam. Crazy. We're just guinea pigs, folks. Remember that. There you go. Yep. Are you using that ashtray? But there were ashtrays everywhere. They used to smoke on airplanes. At the movie theater, the little nasty little ashtray that some jerk put gum in and there's smoke. There you go. I do remember that. Irish Society. Remember that, Dalton? On the arm of the movie theater, there's a little thing there that was an ashtray. I still think one of the dumbest things they ever did was there was a smoking section and a non-smoking section of a restaurant. You could literally be sitting here and there's nothing between you and the smoking section. But it was during that odd, awkward phase of where they were phasing it out. But they didn't want to lose their smoking people, and they did want to make their non-smokers mad, so they had a happy median. And I was like, oh my God. You can smell the smoke no matter where you're at. And I'm on the McDonald's kick here, and I think of this. Remember when the McRib first came out? Like when it was first introduced to America. That was probably the greatest sandwich fast food wise you could possibly get. There's Savannah. 100%. Savannah, you should have stopped it. I should have messaged you and told you to come on here and we could vent all night. Remember that? I mean, literally, you would have... I don't know, and I'm not busting out Applebee's, but I think that was I don't even think Applebee's was around when this happened. But wherever I was, there was a smoking section and a non-smoking section. And it's not like the smoke stayed. Oh, we can't cross this line because this is the non-smoking section. Shit went everywhere. But they made it seem like, oh, no, there's a smoking section and a non-smoking section. This is a psych ward. What do you mean? This is my therapy. This keeps me sane. I missed a couple. Oh, it'd be fun, Savannah. I don't remember this plexiglass divider or anything like that. I just remember there was a smoking section and non-smoking. It's I can remember the first plane ride I got on. There was like that little arm, which, I mean, I wasn't in the military. I wasn't a big dude. It was actually 160 pounds of piss and vinegar, but the armrest is only about that big. I'm like, dude, and so you're fighting elbow room for the armrest. But then there was an ashtray on one of the first ones that I ever rode on. I was like, you can't smoke on a gas can with wings. They did. Smoked all the time. And nowadays. Mom and Dad smoked. I mean, I don't think they gave fresh air a chance to even get in their lungs when we were growing up, and they smoked 24/7. I think Dad smoked in his sleep. But now I literally can, if somebody's smoking a cigarette within a mile of me, I'm like, even with the allergy nose like I got going now, I can still smell it. There was nothing, the kids that grew up in our era, there was nothing greater in the winter than the heater blowing in the car 9,000 degrees with the windows up tight and both parents puffing away on those cool filter kings. And you inhaling all that. Hello, Heidi. You just taking all that in. You wouldn't crack the. They have them little ridiculous side windows that they crack open, the little triangle things that you crack open, and then the cool ones could hold their hand up there on the door and flip out the cigarette ashes out that thing. My parents changed so bad if I go to their house. I feel you. Mine are gone, or else I'm sure they would. Matter of fact, and this is a true story. Don't get me wrong, I love my parents. And when my mom got diagnosed, I was an X-ray tech for a long time, and so I know a little bit about radiation. And I was telling her, and at the hospital when she got diagnosed with lung cancer and brain cancer, but to this day we weren't for sure on the brain. Hello, Heidi, how you doing, dear? We're sitting there, and they gave her the options. Of course, the options are never good. And she goes, well, I think I want to go downstairs and have a cigarette. And I laugh about it today because I was like, well, I guess you can, because hell, it's not going to do any damage now any more than what you got. So her and I, we walked downstairs out the hospital, and we had a cigarette. I didn't. She did. And I sat there and talked to her. I think she did it a couple more times, but then chose not to. Smoking, non-smoking, same science applied to plastic covering. Dalton, it is. What's up, Brian? It's so funny because I can remember when all this BS started. And I'm not making light of it because I know some people have passed from it because it affects people, differently. But I remember the first time that I went to the gas station, and I got out and I started to touch the nozzle, and my mind was like, dude, are you serious? You're worried about touching that nozzle? When I'm like, some of the outhouses that I went into in the desert and some of the crap that I've experienced throughout my life, I was like, pick the nozzle up and put your gas in your car and get on down the road, fool. And I did. Exactly, Savannah and Dalton. Yeah. Hey, I grew up in the era where we, in the summertime, if we didn't have summer weight training going on, we either played baseball or basketball, or we were out in the woods. Especially me and Timmy, we were out in the woods tracking something with what we had to track with. You ate at the nearest, wherever house you ended up at, or if you're in the woods, you better have food with you. And a lot of times we were in the woods. Normally a dirty bologna sandwich is what I always call it, because your hands were always dirty because you were always in the ponds killing snakes or frogs or some crap. So you ate a dirty bologna sandwich from somebody's house with that dollop of ketchup in the dead center of it. You drank from the garden hose. You're just hot and sweaty all day. You didn't give a damn about anything that was going on in the world. Nothing could have stopped you from being a kid like that. The only thing you were worried about is, if I go over and pee in that bush, is so-and-so going to see me? Or can I make it home, God forbid, if you had to poop, and you had to fly home from wherever you were? But that's what we did. And then when darkness came and that street light came on, you better have your butt in the yard. Heidi, I'm the only one in my family on both sides that smoke, and I don't want to smoke more. Smells like an ashtray. I'm not knocking smokers. Mom and Dad were smokers forever, till the day they both passed. I think Dad quit a little bit before, but it is what it is. When they offer you something like that and you get hooked on it, it's an addiction just like anything else. But I don't know. I forget how it all started. I went to that cigar bar with Corey last weekend, and walked in there, sat down, and there's this massive ass pottery made ashtray, and I was like, "Whoa!" I said it out loud. There's an ashtray. I hadn't seen an ashtray in a decade. I don't even think I wore a shirt as a kid from probably the time we got out of school until. Where's the bad influence? Yes, he is. Until August or something. That's where we were in the woods. Then it was jeans and boots. Because we were there for one reason. We were there to find snakes and do horrible things to them. Or whatever we could track. Or down at the ponds. When we were in middle school, we were at the ponds. Set up to sundown, and even later they can go frog gigging. That was fun. That was fun stuff. Then in the winter, we just go out in the woods and track. Next time we go, you got to go with us, Savannah. I'm telling you. Corey's down there now. I liked it. I'm not a big cigar guy. The atmosphere was very chill. Knew a ton of people in there. So we just kind of all hung out, and it was same here. Exactly why I went. I think I had, and then they had some different, they had Horse Soldier Bourbon, which I've talked to those guys, and they did a hell of a job for us during one of the events. They donated 2 bottles of bourbon. The guys, Horse Soldier guys, did it. I think we ended up making $1,000 off those 2 bottles, or like $800. So I got a sample of that, and then I drank one of their Old Nag, is what the drink was called. It was pretty good, but the overall aura of the building, or just the ambiance of the building, it was really cool. It just like, it's not something you would typically see. Exactly, Dalton. It was just something you don't typically see in town, and so it was pretty cool to have it here. It's pretty cool to have it here. And when they first came to town, Nina and Jason, I believe his name's Jason, I don't want him to get it wrong, but I know her name's Nina. We were doing an event, and we were downtown at New Star Home Realty. And she walked in. She introduced herself to me. She said, when you guys, when we get everything settled and stuff, we're community-minded people. We want to be involved. And so between this, that, and the other, they finally, with COVID and everything, they finally opened their bar up. So one of these days I'll go down there and pop in and go live and hang out with them. Talk to her husband. I want to say Jason, but I keep thinking that's wrong. I've been introduced to him for 3 or 4 times, and it just tells you how old I am. But he's military, which is with me. He's a helicopter pilot. He started out in the Navy, now he's in the Army, the Reserves, or the Guard, I think now. But he's a helicopter pilot. Good dude. We spoke for about an hour the other night, and so I can hang out with him and share a story too. So they're good people, and our community needed something like that. So I don't know. Next time we go down there, Stav, I'll say something to you, and we'll all go hang out. It's a pretty cool place. You will smell like a cigar. But hey, we grew up with cigarettes. We grew up with bonfires. I saw a meme the other day, and I was like, oh my God, that's me. It said, I have one talent. And it was stick figures. It was like I drew it. And the dude was sitting on this side of the bonfire or campfire, and the smoke was at him, and he moved over here, and it went over there, and he moved over there. I was like, that's me. Wherever you want that smoke to go, just let me know, and I'll move to that side. We grew up with that. We grew up with smoke. We grew up with eating our hot dogs at the campfire on a stick that you broke off a tree, and Lord knows what was on it, or a rusty piece of metal that your dad goes, here, use this. Don't stab yourself. We burnt our marshmallows. And it was just different times. Good times, though. I wouldn't have changed it for the world. I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I don't know, good times. Good parents. We had good times. And we made the most of it. We didn't give a damn. We were constantly under the threat of a Cold War with the Soviet Union. And that was the least of our worries as kids. And I wish we didn't put our kids through crap like that now. Love the smell of a pipe. It reminds you of Grandpa. Yeah. What was it? There was a tart one. I know. I'm a tart guy. I like that bin at Walmart where they got all them thrown in there. I hate that. I want them separated, not because of ADH or whatever that stuff is, but I want to be individually smell them so I know which ones to get. But they had one called Grandpa's Garage, and I think that it was grease, oily rag, and cigar and pipe. But when you smell it, you're like, holy cow. This is it. Exactly, Christine. It said Grandpa's Garage or something like that. It was like trucker farts and cough syrup. I couldn't remember. Oh. It's funny when you get an odor like that or a whiff of something that takes you back. The good days. Cherry tobacco. Statute beech nut. Red man. First time I tried cherry skull. There he is. We was talking about you earlier. First time I tried cherry skull, I was at Terre Haute Speedway on the infield, and I thought that was the coolest. That was the coolest tasting thing ever. What's up, JB? Are we going to be able to see Rose tomorrow night? Captain Black Pipe. I think that's what my dad used when he smoked a pipe. JB, we're talking about the good days of life when there were ashtrays everywhere. Marsh Supermarket was still open. Busy Bee was there. McRibs were at McDonald's. Ashtrays were on the tables at McDonald's. You could smoke in movie theaters. Who asked that? Oh, did Dalton ask that? No. I just seen that. My fridge is running. That's funny. The good days of growing up. When we had actual snow days, but it had to be more than like 5 inches of snow. One thing I remember as kids in the winter, there was always a bus or two running late. Yes, all of them had ashtrays, JB. There was always a bus running late because we still went to school when there was snow on the ground. They'd be like, attention please, bus number 37 will be about an hour late. You're like, man, where are they at? Where are they at to be running an hour late? But we still went to school. Those little bitty tin ashtrays with the 3 holders where you could put cigarettes. And I mean, hell, if you bumped them once, it shot across the thing like an air hockey puck and shit went everywhere. But there were ashtrays everywhere. Literally everywhere. And the cars were even equipped for smoking. You had a cigarette lighter that could stop a grizzly bear if you could plug that damn thing in and get it hot enough. And it had a fold-out ashtray here. It had ashtrays in the back seats. You had ashtrays in the armrest. And it came with a window, so you know it costs more money. Because instead of putting a whole window in that you had to roll down, they put these little triangle windows in there. Where if you had long arms, or if you sat close to the steering wheel, you could sit there the cool guy way, and you could take a puff and hang a cigarette near that window and give it one of them little flicks with the thumb, and the ash would go pew. But I don't have your back window rolled down, you're going to burn your kid. Let's see. Mom hated it. We put her. I'd said that about the theater. When we get to that, JB, hang on. I said about the gum in the ashtray at the theaters. I remember watching to see if we had a snow day on the news. Exactly. I know. You'd get up at dark 30 because the superintendent had a four-wheel drive and he's out riding around and he's like, "These roads aren't bad." But you'd watch Charles A. Beard School canceled. I mean, it could be a quarter inch of snow. It could be a quarter inch of sleet. With don't flick your bick. There you go. With the temperature rising all day, and it'd be Charles A. Beard School closed today. I'm like, dude, what do they live on a mountain in Indiana? Where is that school? Because I guarantee you, from December to the end of March, those dudes missed 90 days. Guarantee it. Oh yeah, you'd have to wait a whole time. And what I always hated, it could be snowing like hell. Monroe's closed, Mooresville's closed, Columbus is closed, Franklin's closed, Greenwood's closed. You're like, dude, Brown County's closed. Where's going to be that Metropolitan School District Marshall going to pop up? And finally, right when you're getting ready to walk outside, you're like, oh my gosh. It's only 6 inches of snow. Get to school. I was telling Logan this last night. I can remember, and JB, you're a little bit older than me. The only stoplight we had was Home Avenue, 252, and 37. And that was it. 37 in Ohio, I'm sorry. Home Avenue, 252 and 37, and Ohio Street, and 37. Downtown was just stop and go. The Morgan County record line was probably the most fun. And you can't do it now because Spotify and everything else is taken away. Well, let's go back to MTV. Video killed the radio star. You could call in there on the Morgan County record line late at night. That's where you could call in and request a slow song for your crush, or you want to call in a Queen song for your boys, or Slip Sliding Away. That was good stuff. Easier days, my friends. Easier days. Have I been on an hour here talking about absolutely nothing but cigarettes and McRibs? Back to when I got started. The McRib, when it first came out at McDonald's, was the best fast food sandwich ever. I don't know what the hell they've done to it since then, because it's not the same McRib that they first introduced years ago. The thing was big. I can remember when I was in Germany when they first introduced it to Germany, and I was like, holy cow. Love them things. ZPL, Kiss 99. You remember Kiss 99? ZPL was Kiss 99 before it was ZPL. Bob and Tom's been Bob and Tom forever. It's 81, 2, 80. WNAP, you had Light Rock with Aaron Garnes. I've never eaten never ever eaten a McRib. Don't start now because they're straight up garbage in my opinion. I'm not knocking McDonald's. Not knocking McDonald's. It's just not. It's not even close to what it used to be. And I won't say where, but I was working part-time at a pizza place. And I can remember when they went from sausage to imitation sausage. Or sausage byproduct. Buster Bodine. So they didn't even use real sausage on pizza. It's 99. All right, y'all. This is the time where I'm going to go to my room and lay down and pretend I'm going to go to sleep for the next 3 hours. and get that good 3.5-hour nap and then get back up and start over. So, guys, I'm going to tell you something. As we expand in our website and more sponsors and do things, and this is about the anniversary. We're coming up on the anniversary of the show. 4 years ago. And when we hit that date, we'll do this again because I think it's important. It's important to remember where you were and where you are. But I'd have never thought we could have done what we've done. The faith that you have in us and we have in you as a community. And I got a call from my old friend the other day. And he goes, man, it just kills me that you guys do an event for somebody and the town pulls together every single time and you guys deliver. I said, it is what it is. I said, this wasn't the path that we laid out to begin with. But I said instantly went that way with Matt because of Matt. And we've had a lot of events like that. We've had a lot of things we didn't suspect, but it just turned out being that way. And a lot, it's all the community. And Dean always would say, I can hear him every time we would do an event. He goes, I guarantee you, there's no other communities in this state that does something like this and makes it happen. He goes, we catch a lot of hell as a community. There's nobody that pulls together more so than this community. And he's spot on. Happens every time. This wasn't why I started the show. I didn't start a show to become a fundraiser or things like that. Not that I didn't mind it. It just wasn't, it wasn't in my thought process. I want to have some fun and jack around, do this and that, do this and this. And boom, it keeps evolving every day. It evolves into something different. I've talked today off and on. I've talked to 4 different people from around the, not just in the community, but around the county that are interested in coming on, interested in being a sponsor, or just want to know how and why the heck we do what we do. And that happens all the time. You guys don't get to hear all that fun stuff. But thank you from the bottom of my heart to all you guys out there, because I never seen this coming. Never thought it would be this way. And it keeps growing. Keeps growing big time. We got big plans coming up. Our website's up. We got to get some stuff fixed on that. We're going to have a blog on there. All the videos are on there. Exactly, JB. And I'm not being... I'm going to be selfish. I'm going to be very selfish. I have met some of the absolute best people sitting my fat butt in this chair, running my mouth on this mic because of that. And his daughter is one of them. Some amazing, amazing people. Dr. Phelps, the back doctor. We had a great conversation on air. When the mics were shut off, that guy told us stuff where he's rode all over the country on his motorcycle. Tracy from Hunter's Hunting Farm. Unbelievable human being. He's in Greene County now, but daggone it. Deputy prosecutor, and my brain's going dead right now. It's late. He was unbelievable. Matt Hansen's been in here. Bill Deckard Sr. Just, and not that I haven't talked to some of these people. MHS Dance was just in here. Those kids were amazing. So fun, so full of energy. The minute they walked in the room, the vibe changed. They took over the room, and it was just fun. And I've been blessed by that. I'd have never met 90% of these folks. And the best thing is they trust us and we trust them to when we say, hey guys, we need you. And it works. And I'll pace and I'll get worried. And Bethany will tell you, I will be about ready to puke 11:30, quarter to 12 on auction days, where I'm like, God, we don't have enough stuff. What are we going to do? What we got to do? We got to be A, B, and C. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? And her and Corey are just like, we're going to kill you. You know that. It always works out. I think only one time Beth was the nervous wreck. And I was like, hey, drop it. Get over it. We'll be fine. And we did. Yeah, Valita. That's another human being. Like her unbelievable woman. With a story that'll just rip your heart out. Our town is full of people like Jerry Vest and Bruce McKee and Rose and Valita and Bob Klein. He was, I think, the deputy prosecutor. I mean, we got to... I told somebody this story. I think I told it on the air the other day. The only other time I've really been nervous, I didn't go to school for this. The only thing I ever did was mess around with it growing up, acting like we were announcing games. But the only time I ever got nervous in front of them on this microphone was... or like our second or third show, we did the debate between Brent and Sheriff Rich now. But they're running for sheriff, and so we did the debate. And Taps is unbelievable, JB. I remember, what an important time to the host, me, blah, 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 here we go. And I look down, and I start to read the question, and my mind goes, you're interviewing the next sheriff from Morgan County. Don't screw it up. That's what it tells me. And I'm like, oh, no. Don't lock up. So I stayed looking down for a few seconds till I caught myself again, and then I looked back up and read it. It was fine. Tapped. So I used to lay in my bedroom in Germany at night and lay in my quarters and hear the taps echo through the valley. We were on top of a mountain. And that song is haunting. Beautiful, but haunting. And Bruce does an excellent job. One of a kind. Not bad for an Air Force guy. Yeah. All right. Love you guys sincerely. Bottom of my heart. We couldn't do any of this stuff without you. JB, you're a gift to us. Rose is a complete angel. She's just a wonderful person. I'm not smoking no McRibs. I'll be dreaming about getting up and getting a shower and probably going to breakfast before I go to church tomorrow morning. I think I'm going to go to Love of Life tomorrow morning. Love you guys. Behave. Be safe. I don't know if I got a show tomorrow night or not. See, I'm excited. We're sponsoring a baseball team, so I have that entire team in here. I haven't told them that yet. You guys behave. Peace. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you soon. We need a taco truck.